Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will give a little presentation about Django, the film Django in literary appreciation. Okay, let's get started. For the short review, um, in this film, Django is a slave from American African race. So this setting is in the America in 1958 in when the it happened when the slavery and racism is most powerful in America. And this character Django is one of the slave that from African American race that become the main character. As you can see in this picture, um, the character, the character in this movie is become become represent how the African American race treat in past in the past. As you can see, the African American being a slave, and and you can see in the picture on the left the slave has to abuse by his master with very cruel and in and very bad. And the next slide, um in this movie, in this film, there are so many scene about racism, like um for the first picture in, on the above um when the when Django riding a horse, that every scene in this film he get he got looked by white people, even the black people that never seen the African American race riding a horse freely. And even when going to bar with um, Dr. King's coat in the left picture, as you can see, Django got rejected even when he with the white people. Okay, and the next is in this character, as we know in this movie, white people mostly bad in this film. Almost all of them, every scene and every um, and every single white people in here is bad and treat the African American race is very cruel. But Dr. King's quote, as we know in here, as a one of black people, white people that represent not always white people is bad. There are some of them could be good or or yeah, actually have a good manner. And in this story, we can see um, a part of scene when some of scene when uh, Django have ability. It represent about people actually have their own ability, but they should um, do exercises, a lot of exercise. I'm sorry, lot do a lot of exercise to get sharp about their ability, like is some scene in this picture. Uh, and this movie also give a represent about how wealth is powerful. Um, like we can see in this picture is the main villain, or we can say the protagonist. eh, the protagonist is the protagonist, the bad guy in this movie. Um, act, act from acted by DiCaprio is very good. He can represent how the money and the power of wealth can control even the law and the trade among the people, and they can do anything what they want if they have money. Okay, and the next slide, um uh I just compare to these scenes. When the first scene on the above is when African American being choked by the bad the bad people because they not have good education. And the second one is Django when he tricked a bunch of white people with his intelligence. As you can see, this can represent when you have not good knowledge. Um, you can fight back. You can fight back. As we know, when you have not enough knowledge, when okay, let's say when you have good knowledge, you can you can pay back when they have treated to you. For the example, you can say, um, at least you can fight back even you lose with your knowledge. Okay, the conclusion in this movie we can get some point. The first is don't give up. Like in this movie, Django is never give up from, like the character is raised from bottom to the top and become get revenge and get revenge in this movie and save her his woman. And the second, treat people in the same right. As we know, yeah, the African American people race in the past is treated cruelty and badly. So actually, people around the world have the same right. So treat people in the same right. And third is education is important. As we know from the scenes before that I compared two part of scenes, this make education is important even for revenge, but I don't recommend that. But I can say you should use your knowledge to survive ability. And the fourth is be humble person. As we know, DiCaprio is not a the DiCaprio character is not a humble person, but he have money, power, but he act like a psychopath, like um yeah, some crazy one because his power. But so you can become a Dr. Kingsley for skills, Dr. King skills for become a be humble person that get for the example. Okay, thanks for the attention. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry there is a lot of mistake from my English and I'm sorry and thank you.